Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and today I want to do a review for you for the one-shot comic book, Tales from the Suicide Forest. Now, Tales from the Suicide Forest is a spin-off from the film The Forest from 2014 or 15, I can't remember. But it tells the story of there's a forest beneath Mount Fuji, which is called the Okigahara Forest, where people go to commit suicide, and the forest is supposedly haunted. Now, this comic book is done by Amigo, which I wasn't really familiar with, so I did some research, and this is still available on their website. There's also a spin-off from this, a series called Call of the Suicide Forest, which I actually really like this one shot, so I'm probably going to have to get the series. I have to call my comic book guy Ian from KC's Comics. Give him a shout out here. He just bought a business, so if you want to get on Facebook and follow him, it's KC Comics, and show the guy some love. He's a really nice guy, and he can pretty much get me whatever I want. He does real good at tracking stuff down. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys some illustrations from it. Do a brief synopsis. There are two stories in this. I'm going to do a brief synopsis and give it a rating, and that's pretty much it. So let's get going. I'm going to take this bad boy out of its sleeve here. And I'm going to grab you guys for a little bit of story time. Alright. Now here's the cover of Tales from the Suicide Forest up close. The first story is called Return. Now, I'm not going to try to pronounce the names in here. They are Asian names, and I don't really want to butcher them. So I'm just going to go with like a brief synopsis of the story itself. The next page is, let's see, is a very nice saying and some artwork. And the first story, Return, is about two kids that take a kid from school out into the forest with a video camera, and they do really bad things to her, sexually and brutally, kind of. And the guy, they film it as well. The guy is seeing her, what he thinks is her ghost, come back to haunt him. So they go to a witch doctor to try to make contact to see if the girl who's disappeared has really passed. And I'm kind of going to leave it there. There are some twists and turns, and this is a good first story. I do like the second one better, but I do like the first story. It's pretty cool. Definitely a little on the creepy side. Now this part here with all the words and everything, this is how they do their flashback scenarios of what happened in the woods. But generally speaking, I thought that the first story was pretty cool. Now the second story I liked a lot better. It's called Sacrifice. The next page also has a saying with some artwork. And this is about a man who's basically fed up with his life. He feels that the people that he works with and other people in his life don't treat him well. So he goes into the suicide forest and starts nailing stuffed animals, stuff like that, to trees to try to get his emotions out about how he feels people have wronged him. The stuffed animals start to come to life. The whole thing takes a big turn, and I'm going to leave it there. It's a really cool story, I think. The illustrations are cool in this comic book. I like them. It's actually made me want to get the series, Call of the Suicide Forest. So definitely want to see what becomes of that. back cover. But I actually really like this comic. I thought it was a pleasant surprise. I'm going to give this comic book an 8. If you guys have any questions on the company, comment down below. Like I said, I'm going to give this an 8. And until next time, guys, peace.